Hello and welcome once again, learners, wherever you are. I know you are in your respective homes and you are very eager to learn something about music today, more especially a guitar. Feel free. This is Mr. Francis, your music teacher. On our previous lesson, we learned about types of guitars, acoustic guitars, electric guitars, and semi-acoustic guitars. And we also learned about the parts of an electric guitar. Today, let's move forward, continuing from where we stopped. And today we are going to look into the parts of an acoustic guitar. That's parts of a guitar, still the lesson, but now it's going to be parts of an acoustic guitar. Remember, acoustic guitars are guitars that do not need electricity for them to be played. And here is now an acoustic guitar. Now, these are the parts of an acoustic guitar. Here, this part, we have, as I said already, a body. See? This part of a body, as I said, with the electric guitar. And this part from here to here, it's a neck. This side, it's a neck. From a neck to this side, it's called a head or a headstock. I've just started that way because of the picture which I painted in you about like an animal, a head, a neck, and a body. See, so that's why I've just started on that picture which I painted into you. Now, here, on the body side, because the body is like starts from here all the way to this side. Here, that's the body. Now, this body has been divided somewhere. Like here, you can see said it's a waist because it's like going this way. So it's a waist this side. Now, the waist divides the body into upper board and lower board. So this is upper board, where it's a little bit smaller as compared to this part of the body, which is now the whole of this body is divided by this waist. From there, we have this part, which is called a sound hole. A sound hole is where now the sound comes out of the guitar. That's why I said we don't need electricity here, because the sounds just come out of, the body, which sometimes is called a sound box. And now this sound hole is where now the sound comes out. Here there's rosette, that's the decoration around it, around the sound hole. Now we have this part here, which is pick guard. Here what it means, like sometimes when you are plucking a guitar, you use what you call a pick, or sometimes you use your fingers. Now, because of the pick, sometimes when you are plucking it, if this wasn't here, little by little, this wood would be destroyed by the pick. So when you are plucking the guitar using a pick, the pick lands on this pick guard, and in doing so, it preserves the wood from being destroyed by the pick. That's why it's here. Here I've got a saddle. A saddle is where now the strings crosses over. After it has been connected on the bridge to the body, it crosses over here, what we call a saddle. And here we have the bridge pins, where you connect a string, you pin it, a string, you pin it, so the bridge pins are here. That's that about the body, the parts that can be found on the body of a guitar. Let's go to a neck. A neck here, we have got what we call a fretboard. This is a fretboard. On top of it, this is a fretboard, whereby it's a board of frets. Frets, as I said already, frets are these vertical lines on the guitar, which are also there to, there are notes when you're playing the guitar, because that's where now you know that this is the note of G, note of B, like that. Now we've got these dots, I mean, here, this dot. In the electric guitar, it was also, they were called inlays. Here is say position markers. Just the same here, they've just explain how or the importance of them. Like they help you to locate the position where you're playing your guitar. That's why they say position markers. So if you say position markers or inlays, no problem. Still, it's the same thing. Here is a nut whereby when the strings have come from the tuning pegs, this one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, as they are going to be connected to the bridge, they cross over this nut. Here, there's a saddle where the string cross over, but here there's a nut that makes the strings to just hang a little bit above the frets. That's the nut. Here there's capstan, which is a string post, whereby the string is now, when you are tuning it, this one is tense, making the string tightened up. In doing so, tuning the guitar. So these are the parts of an acoustic guitar, I should say. Good. Now let's move on to something else. Parts of a bass guitar. This is now a bass guitar, and this bass guitar's got 4 strings. 1, 2, 3, 4. And as you can see here, we have also 4 tuning pegs. 1, 2, 3, 4. Each of these ones are handling a string. Right? Let's quickly look at the parts. We have a bridge here, and I've got a bridge saddle, a saddle whereby the string, after it's being connected to the body on the bridge, it crosses over the saddle going that side. And here I've got 2 pickups, the black ones, 1 and 2. The pickups, they are there to pick up the sound. When you pluck the strings, those ones capture the sound, send them to an output jack, whereby you connect to an amplifier for amplification. Here, the output jack. Whereas for these ones here and the volume and tone controls to control the volume and tones, we have got here a pickup guard. The whole of this white part, it's there to guard the pickup. And we've got the fret on the neck here. This is the fret, the vertical lines. Those are the frets, and the neck is the whole part of this, the whole of this part. And we've got this truss rod, which is there to tighten the nut. Here, the nut whereby the strings cross the nut. And here I've got string post. This one's whereby the strings are tied, so that when you are screwing or you are turning these tuning pegs, they tighten up. They end up tightening the strings. And this one is a string guide, as we said already. It guides the strings to cross on the nut. And the whole of this part is called a headstock. So that's that about the parts of a bass guitar. Right? Now here, we are now on finger numbers. Finger numbers when it comes to playing a guitar. As you can see here, this is a left hand. This is a right hand. Many people, when we are playing a guitar, the left hand is, we hold the left hand, or we hold the neck of a guitar with our left hands, and we pluck the guitar with our right hand. As you can see here, right picking, that is the right hand picking or plucking hand. So mostly, I'm not saying all the times, because I've seen left-handed people, they pluck the guitar with left hands and holding the neck of the guitar with their right hands. But commonly, a guitar is held, or the neck of a guitar is held using the left hand, and plucking the guitar is done by the right hand. So here, T stands for thumb in guitar. But now, numbers start from the index finger here. That's finger number 1, finger number 2, finger number 3, finger number 4. Make sure you remember these things, because when you are reading songs on a staff, they put those numbers representing which finger you should use to, to play the note. So make sure you know. The index finger is number 1, middle finger number 2, ring finger number 3, and the pinky number 4. That's now where you hold the chord, the note, creating the melody. Whereas for this is now for plucking. You pluck either with a thumb, an index finger, middle finger or ring finger, and a pinky. So it depends. And of course, I know these need practice. Others use a pick. So we'll discuss this as we progress in our study, that is playing guitar. So, but for the time being, about fingers, let's stop on that. Well, with that, we've come to an end of our today's lesson. We'll meet again in the next lesson. Until then, it's bye.